Hello and welcome back to this. I don't really know what to call it. It's not a double feature this time because I only saw one movie at my local theater. It was a secret screening for horror movies, and turned out it was Ice Cream Man. I never saw the original Ice Cream Man, so I don't really know the story, but I will say right off the bat, this is the movie that Weapons should have been, or should have come close to. Like this Ice Cream Man does not hold back. Basically, the premise of Ice Cream Man is there's an ice cream man who gives ice cream to kids. When they eat it, they sort of become mind controlled, and the ice cream man can just tells them what to do, sort of thing. So in the middle of the night, when the ice cream van passes through the town, all the kids wake up to the jingle of the ice cream van, and they all kill their parents, and in many gruesome ways as well. It's very, very violent. I remember sitting there, one kid is sort of like, I think it was like the first kill, and they're there with like a saw, and they're just ripping through the neck of their mum. Like, it's like, it does not like pull away. It's like you watch the whole thing of just going through this neck and then eventually being decapitated. This girl sort of keeps the mum's head around and just carries it around. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? It's definitely, I'll probably class it under comedy horror, which is, I think, kind of a difficult genre to do, because some fail either on the comedy aspect or they fail on the horror aspect. So it's very difficult to achieve that. I'll probably say one of my favorite comedy horrors is Shaun of the Dead. Absolutely spectacular movie. I'll probably say more comedy than horror, but I digress. But this movie definitely leans to the more horror aspect and body horror, and just a lot of, like, I don't know, mutilation and, you know, kids ripping out innards of adults, and, you know, it's very gruesome. I'm a bit squeamish when it comes to like gore, so there have been like a couple of times where I'm just like, oh, and I'm just like, I don't want to look, but I have to look. But you know, it was yeah, I was very surprised on how good it was. Hello, Kenshi from the future here. I just wanted to make a quick point in this video, because while I was talking about some of the, you know, things that happened in this movie, I completely forgot to talk about like sort of the main plot and like the main characters and all that. And but I'll make it really brief, because it's hot as balls here, and I feel like I'm dying in soup, and it's not a great time. The main kid that is our main character, he is lactose intolerant. He does not consume the ice cream, so he doesn't get affected by it. There's another girl that joins him in his sort of journey of survival. She threw up the ice cream after consumption. She was not affected by it. In fact, she had to do this twice, where she had to make herself sick. And the only way for them, you know, to sort of get infected is if, you know, these kids sort of force feed them the ice cream and then turn them. And apparently the ice cream only affects people in certain ways. Like, I think adults it has no effect on at all, or they die. I can't remember what happens to them. I think it just doesn't do anything. To sort of teenagers, they get paralyzed, and you know, and the main character's sister, you know, she has the ice cream, and you know, she wakes up and she's unable to like move. Oh, not move completely, like she's able to like move her legs, she just can't move her arms and sort of her upper body, so she's sort of having to slump around trying to get to a toothbrush to jam down her throat and throw it up. Yeah, the main kid is lactose intolerant, so he wouldn't have had the ice cream to begin with. Then they go to school, the sister goes away somewhere, you know, they it's like, this is weird, what's happening? So, you know, there's a bunch of shenanigans happen there. teachers get killed in gruesome ways. It's absolutely horrendously vile, but it's great stuff. I think then they make their way to the church, because that's where the ice cream man's ice cream supply is. Or they don't know that until they get there. They just get told that the basement is a safe space. So once they get to the church, they find a freezer that has storage for all the ice cream man's ice cream. And it was like, well, what the shit is all this doing here? The priest in there sort of gives backstory on this ice cream man, that he was wronged in his normal life for doing heinous things, but it was pinned on him because it was someone else's crime. So they basically, he was the fall guy, an unwilling fall guy for these crimes. But he wants revenge on the people that put him in jail, which turned out to be our main character's grandfather, or his father, because his father's a lawyer and his grandfather's a lawyer as well. And I think it's the grandfather that put the ice cream man into prison. After talking to the priest, they said, the priest said to them, you have to go kill the necromancer that's in this specific grave. They go to the grave and they said you have to kill the siren first and then kill the necromancer. So it's like, okay, so you have to just kill the siren, then the necromancer. Fair enough. Why they're in a random grave? It's a good question. No idea. So they do end up going there through an epic battle against these brutal, savage kids that just want to force feed them ice cream and kill everyone. Once they open up the grave, then they just don't even hesitate. They just go to town on these two corpses, and turns out it wasn't the siren and the necromancer, it was the kid's parents that he killed. Wow. And in that way, the ice cream man did get his revenge by, killing the lawyer. But he just got his own son to do it. Well, he tricked the son into doing it. And then it turned out that the priest was actually the necromancer. Yeah. It was some really brutal stuff. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the gist of that. So what I'll do now is I'll give it back to Past Kenshi. When I left the cinema, I wasn't entirely sure how I thought about it, but as I let it sit with me a bit more, it's like, what? I had a good time with this movie. I thought it was good fun, even though it is horrifically gruesome. It was a good time. I think I did see like a couple of people leave the theater sort of early on, and I was like, bro, you miss out, because it was an absolute gem of a movie. So, I think this year has been a good year for horrors so far. We've had some pretty good ones with Obsession, we've had Backrooms, we had Iron Lung, with some good horrors. Now we've got Ice Cream Man, which I would never thought I would say as Ice Cream Man being a good movie, but it sort of embraces the campiness of it. Like, no one's going to take a movie Ice Cream Man seriously, so it leans into the absolute madness of it and not being serious. I think if it went for a more serious tone, I'll probably say this movie definitely rates a bit lower on my scale. The fact that it doesn't take itself seriously, it's just there to have fun, and it's like it's an ice cream man that controls kids to kill people. Like, it's utterly ridiculous, but I had a good time watching it. Yeah, I would say it was definitely an interesting experience. Yeah, out in theaters, go see it. If there is nothing else to watch, and if you like horror, if you like comedy horror, if you like body horror, if you're one of them people that likes gore, then go see it. I don't see why not. I mean, thankfully it is like, it's not a jump scary movie, and I'm really grateful for that, because there is way too many movies that depend on jump scares. This movie does not do that at all. It's like, we're not going to do jump scares because that's bullshit. That's a bullshit way of scaring people, and it's not really scary. It's not really scaring people, it's startling people, and that's the lowest form of horror in my opinion. But thankfully this movie doesn't go down that route. It's just pure body horror, pure gore, and it's vile and horrific, and it was an interesting experience. So I guess my rating, I will give Ice Cream Man I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10. Like, it wasn't like a spectacular movie, but I was enjoying it. I was in for the ride. It was horrific. The gore effects were really good. It knows it's a ridiculous movie, and I'm all here for it. It only made me want ice cream, so yeah, now I have to go out and get some ice cream. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Definitely go out and see Ice Cream Man, and yeah, I will see you guys next time in the next video. See ya.